good old boy, he's got a story to tell. Tavin will mow your grass and make it look so well. Now Tavin goes donut goals when in town he comes, getting strength for his haunches to cannonball for fun. Tavin, ramping up the holler, Tavin, trying to make a dollar, Tavin.
Welcome to the Tavin Dillard Podcast, y'all guys. Season 12's episode 9's I Got Tavin's Lawn Care Services. Mowing, edging, grass cutting legend. Me, I am Tavin Dillard. Welcome in, y'all guys. How's it going? Y'all know them lawns is growing. Let's say you killed the lawn in late fall and then you power raked it and aerated it and reseeded and watered. Well, your lawn should be looking pretty good, or kind of thinking about it right about now. Well, I say that. It's been cold and it's been raining. I went on live last week. I think I did. I don't remember all. I know I went Facebook lives. I think I did Instagrams and TikToks too. Anyhow, on the lives, folks is chiming in. We got friends coming in from all over the country. You know, Washington State, then all the way on the other side of the United States, we had Florida, then we had way up upstate New York, Vermont, Maine, Indiana, Illinois, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Southern California, Northern California, all over the country. North Dakota, I think, was in there too. Missouri, all kind of folks just chiming in from where they living at, Mississippi, Massachusetts, Maryland, all them ones that start with M. And there's a lot of like snow and coldness going around and chilliness. So your lawn really, I'm trying to think positively as a lawn growing man, but your lawn probably ain't quite ready to be all green and ready for spring just yet. I mean, we only at February 11th, if you're thinking about it. I mean, if you listen to this on the day the podcast comes out, and I got a Valentine's update. Now, Valentine's is just later this week on Fridays, but that's a good day for Valentine's. Just end of the week and Friday night, folks ain't got to work on Saturday. So, if they go into a demolition derby or tractor pull or something fancy for the Valentine's, they ain't got to get up early the next morning to get to work or nothing like that. But this past weekend, they did the Valentine's celebration at the nursing home, the big thing they've been trying to figure out, and I was helping brainstorm and all that. So I'll have an update on that here in a little bit. It's quite a spectacle, I guess you'd say. I tell y'all guys that you can text me at 501-322-6249, and guess what? You do. That's right. I tell me to text you. I say text me, and y'all guys do, and email me tabandillard@gmail.com, and guess what happens? Y'all do. So I got emails to read this week from Jenny. She emailed me and she said, "Hi Tavin, how about you and Cricket go to Sutter Me Up together? While you're there, you spot some lady pulling Meemaw's 2 missing moo-moos out the dryer." Yeah, we got to figure out what happened to them new moo-moos. I mean, y'all know already that I replaced them. So now, really, if Meemaw comes across them somehow, like that stray dog that ran away with one and the other one is gone, it's like, if she comes across them, it's like a win-win. Like she just doubled her moo-moo, new ones or whatever. I guess they ain't new, but when you lose something for a while and then you find it again, it's like peekaboo. I just got it all over again. You got Christmas times, just happened here recently, just not even over 2 months ago, and you probably got gift cards or something like that. Well, you probably already lost them. Well, a little later, you finally pull out that winter jacket you only wear sometimes around Christmas times, and you think, oh my goodness, there's that gift cards I ain't never used. Christmas is still given kind of thing. So that happens. So I don't know what's going to come with those moo-moos, but she said also, Jenny said, maybe you and Cricket can go bowling for the Valentine's Day. Thanks for all your entertainment. Well, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, bowling ain't bad. Our bowling alley is in the next town. It's not right in my town. Of course, Cricket don't even live in my county, so it's not like it's going to be, we used to drive in places to get things, so don't matter. Bowling's pretty good. I'm lefty. Y'all know that if you pay attention to my softball season, and I don't switch for the bowling. Some folks, they do, right with their left hand, but they throw with their right hand or something like that. Listen here, y'all guys. I write with my left hand. I throw a softball with my left hand. I bat left-handed. I bow left-handed. Now, you know what I do with my right hand? Is scissors. I don't know how to use them left-handed scissors. And I do the frisbee with my right hand. I can't throw a frisbee left-handed. So I don't know how that works. I got a right-handed frisbee brain and a right-handed scissor brain. That's the best I can put it. I can't figure it out. What about you? Are y'all left and righties, or just all righties, or all lefties, or I don't know. Well, anyhow, thanks, Jenny, again for sending that in. Thank y'all for being in touch with me during the week. It's been good to get on the lives more now and see folks during the week, and y'all catch me up on how things is going, and we catch up that way too. I guess, the biggest thing right now is Valentine's. If you wouldn't need a personal video greeting for Valentine's, go ahead and order it. That link's going to be at the top in the show notes today, and I get that turned around for you in time by Fridays. So I'll handle that for you. Just go ahead and put in your order there at the link in the show notes today. And if you go to tavindiller.com, you'll see a button for the greetings, but I'll put a direct link and take you right to them. If you're interested in that today. So check that out, and I'll have my phone number and my email in the show notes today, along with just the general website. That way, if you want to take a gander at the shirts and the hats, the Peekaboo hat's been moving. Folks been getting that, and it's a new one I got now, and you can check it all out, at the link in the show notes. So you'll see that there today. You might recall last week was the big brainstorm for the Valentines at the nursing home, and they had it this past Saturday. Is what I was telling you. They had the event, and I'd like to give you an update on that. And of course, you are probably wondering if that swing set is gone from behind Meemaw's trailer. I do have an update on that too, and I will say that Meemaw is happier this week, if that tells you a little bit about how this is going to go. Meemaw is getting a little crease in the side of her mouth, so that smile drawing it upwards to the heavens, to the skies, to the cloudy skies lately, where that rain be falling out of, and some places snow. So there was 3 main things, y'all, going on at the Valentine's Friends Fest. That's what Cricket and Belinda ended up naming the thing, the Nursing Home Valentine's Friend Fest. I guess that takes the pressure off of like any residents who feel like, they need to show up there and be ready to date somebody or propose to somebody, then get married or something. Oh, it's just a Friends Fest? Okay, no pressure. I like that kind of thing. I'll be there. I don't know, but I'm just guessing. Like I said, there's 3 things going on at the Friends Fest. 1, Rance Farnhart catered fish and chips. So that's easy. Nobody has to fix a plate. They already made it. And so if you don't want the hush puppies or the fries, then you can give them to somebody else or just ignore them. But who ignores the hush puppies, though? Nobody I know. And Rance knows how to cook it. I mean, he's very popular with his cooking skills, and he just come from a business family. They know how to do good business. They know how to relate to the community. They know how to be involved in everything, but also give back and all that, His parents are Jerry, Don, and Sybil. They got a PT Cruiser, sits real low to the ground, and they run that flea market in the town. Don't matter no how. So anyhow, just like a good brainstorm, good food helps. You know about that? Good food helps. Same for a Valentine's party, y'all guys. Crisp, fried fish, French fries, golden brown hush puppies, green beans too, and sweet tea. Happy Valentine's Day. Believe it or not, I had other plans for me and Cricket, even though the nursing home fare was super. Like, that's good food. That's fishing clips. That's the place I would take Cricket on a date. But enough of that right now. I told you just a minute ago, 3 things that were at this Valentine's Friends Fest. The food was the first one, so you got that. You got that marked on your list. Food, all right? That always makes a good party. Nextly, Coach Hicks did indeed get invited to showcase some light grappling skills. That's what they call it. These are light grappling skills. Like, you learning them, but you ain't heavy duty. Like, you ain't going to be in a UFC fight by the end of the week or nothing like that. These are light grappling skills, just an intro kind of thing. But beginners, that kind of thing. Now, the mess hall is where everything happens for the parties, usually, at the nursing homes. For the Friends Fest, it was where they was going to eat and dance. more on the dance in a minute. But Coach Hicks wanted to instruct folks, the light grappling class, he wanted to instruct them on the grass, in the backyard of the nursing home. What could go wrong? Oh, so much, y'all guys. So much could go wrong. And then the third thing that rounded out this party, like I said, we got the food, we got the light grappling class, and then we got number 3, the music and the dancing. And that's 3. It kind of go together. I know music and dancing different thing, but usually folks is dancing to music. It's not just like nothing. So the dance part of it, that was the number 3. Where did they get the music from, Tavin? Did they hire a DJ from the city? Oh, no need. You know why? We got folks right here in my town that can handle all of this stuff. In fact, a good buddy of mine from Chancellor Park has a band. You know about that? I think you do. It's J.T. Whitlow and his band called Possum Gland. And they performed at the Nursing Home Friends Fest this year. They'll play some music and they know how to really get the crowd into it, and it can be hard for folks at the nursing home to stay engaged. They get tired or they get distracted or they get mad about something, and so they ain't really thinking about the music or who's playing or being a part of that. They got something else. They might have seen a brownie they want to chase. I don't know. Some want to sleep, some want to escape, some want to eat, like I said, and find a brownie or a cookie or donut or whatever, and some want to pick at their neighbor's scalp. That happened. There's all kind of things that can distract from a musical performance anyhow. But JT and the fellas, they's ready to play. They steady focused on what they came to do. The next thing they had to figure out at the nursing home, like Cricket and them guys, was the order of events. You know about that? Like what's going to happen first? After some back and forth ways, discussion and talk and chit chat, is decided that Coach Hicks' light grappling course should happen before anybody eats anything. Nobody needs to get grappled on a full stomach, and everybody kind of said, okay, nodding their head like that away, like, that makes sense. Okay, we can go with that, and let's do that. Let's do the grappling first, so nobody had a full stomach. They might throw it up or whatever, get tummy ache. There's all kind of things that can go sideways once folks got food in their guts. There's about 14 residents in the backyard there at the nursing home ready for the grappling. Maybe 20 folks total between the nurses, Coach Hicks, and me. He wants everybody standing up. Well, that ain't going to happen, Coach. Vera Gregory, firstly, she's in the wheelchairs. And Elmore Fisdale, while Coach Hicks is trying to give that introductory instruction, Elmore Fisdale stormed Coach Hicks. Yeah, element of surprise kind of thing. I guess I'm going to take him off guard. And you could tell in Elmore's mind, he's going 100 miles an hour. Just like the Flash, buddy, zooming toward Coach Hicks. But in real life, it was like a sloth in ankle weights, buddy. Like he had his little wrist flicking like he's trying to run. You flick your wrist and you run it so fast and got his little elbows up and down. And he would do that on his way to get Coach Hicks. And is a decent speed, and I think he was hoping his whole body was going the same speed as his little wrists and arms, but it was not at all. At all. Them legs did not get that memo from Elmore's arms. Not even close, Elmore. So anyhow, Coach Hicks, what he did was neutralize the threat by making Elmore his helper. And everybody had to put their feet shoulder widths apart, and they had to put their hands up. Then the nurses was going to give everybody a pillar, and they supposed to act like that pillar's a person, that you put your head on, like a pillow that you sleep on. They were handing them out, and they supposed to act like this is a person, and they going to grab them. The nursing home residents going to grab that pillow, and they going to put them on the ground. So really, you just dropped the pillow like a hot tater once you squeezed it. So you imagine your mind eye, somebody handing like Elmore Fisdale a pillow. He kind of squeeze it and then he drop it. And it's light grappling, like, boy, when they come at you, give them a little bear hug and let them go. Boy, you're going to show them kind of thing. Well, Dewey Morton takes his pillow and he lays down on the grass like he's taking a nap. Dewey Morton is mischievous. He is so mischievous. He was smiling with his eyes closed because he knew what he was doing. Of course, Vera's in her wheelchair squeezing a pillow. Then she drops it and she says, "Hi-ya!" while she tries a little karate chop it on the way down. That's a choice. Trying to kind of apply what she's learning and then add a little flair to it, good on you, Vera. That's what I say. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It might go like 15 minutes, let's say, before everybody's either done with this or they feel skilled enough to lightly grapple somebody if needed. So it's mealtime. And now that, as you know, is the exciting stuff. The challenge with a day like this is that there's a lot of moving parts and some stuff can get overlooked. You know about that? Where you got a thing, you in charge of something and there's a lot of stuff to happen. Like this is basically 3 sections. Every section, there's things you got to think about. Like where are we going to do this at? What kind of supplies do we need for this section of the event? From, you know, getting the band set up later, you know, because they got speakers and all that kind of thing, to getting people out on the grass and, oh, everybody needs a pillow. We got to get a pillow there. So that's what I mean by moving parts. You've got all these things and then we got to get them inside. Do we got plates and cups and napkins? Or is it just Rance is bringing the styrofoam containers and everything's self-contained? Like you got a fork already in there and they can throw everything away once they done eating. You know, that's the stuff you got to get answered. And then what time is this coming in and this going out? You know what I mean. You done an event before. You've been to them, at least family reunion or whatever, birthday party for a kid. Don't matter. There's still things you got to, think through. Boy, talking about that hush puppies and that fish that Rance brought got me acting like I'm full already. So anyhow, what kind of anyways, here's the kind of stuff that specifically happened as far as moving parts at the Nursing Home Friends Fest. Stuff like losing a nursing home resident in the shuffle. That happened. Who was it, you ask? Well, I'll tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't Doreen Fundle. And you might be thinking, I ain't heard much about Doreen, Tavin. You told Coach Hicks' whole grappling lesson and there wasn't nothing about Doreen. You telling me she didn't try to get somebody in an arm bar? She didn't try and collect pillows under her sweatshirt and sneak them back to her room to show Captain Thunderboots? Why ain't we hearing anything about Doreen, Tavin? What is going on with Doreen? Where's Doreen Fundle? Well, reason how come you ain't heard a Doreen story about the Nursing Home Friends Fest on the Valentines is because the only way there could be a Doreen story is if she was at the Nursing Home Valentine's Friends Fest, and she was not. I repeat, Doreen Fundle was not at the Valentine's Friends Fest. She was not. That's the truth. Her son Trot took her out to his house for a supper and some family time, and then you're probably thinking with Doreen gone, okay, if it wasn't her, and I think they played Yahtzee out there too, what I heard. Anyhow, don't matter. With her gone, it's probably easier to watch everybody else because you ain't worried about what's Doreen going to do and folks can keep an eye on all the other residents. Yeah, that's great on paper. Yeah, on paper that should work. That's what I'm saying, whatever. But that is not what happened. Here's the thing. After the grappling lesson, Coach Hicks is done. Like, he ain't trying to be at the rest of the Friends Fest. He showed up. He did his job. You know, it's like a clown at a birthday party. Once they serve the cake, the clown's out of there kind of thing. So now he's off to the next thing. Coach Hicks is one of the busiest fellers I know. He ain't just going to sit around when he got other work to do. I mean, I'm telling you, Coach Hicks is busy. I don't know how far into the meal, because the meal was after the grappling lesson, then the dancing was last. So I don't know how far into that meal Cricket realized that Dewey Morton was not around. Dewey Morton was not around, and you know why? He escaped. Dewey Morton escaped the nursing home, y'all guys. And I have to think that was some of y'all's first guess at who went missing. And if it wasn't, if Doreen was your first, I'm pretty sure everybody else was guessing Dewey second. That's my guess if I had to guess on what your guess would be who was missing from the nursing home Friends Fest and went disappearing. So that's where we at. Here's what we got so far. They could not find him anywheres. They looked in his usual hiding spots. They retraced their steps to when they last saw him, which takes them back to the grass where Dewey had laid down with his pillow. Well, he ain't there, neither is the pillow, so they got to start looking at the surrounding properties and all of that. Meanwhile, Coach Hicks is about to leave the parking lot. I told him that I got to take down a swing set behind Meemaw's trailer. You know, that's her New Year's resolution. If you've been listening to this season of the podcast, you know good and well that I got to get a swing set down this week, but the whole goal is to get a clothesline up. So I was telling Coach Hicks about that, and he tells me, just take it to my gym. You know, he owns a boxing gym in town, Thunder Punch, and he's like, just take it out to the gym kind of thing. He figures they'll somehow, find a use for that exercise equipment or swing set out there behind the gym. So that's what he told me. Who knows? Maybe he can do that and figure out, he can figure out something real good to do with a swing set, or maybe he's just being nice and trying to help me out of a jam with Meemaw. Either way, I appreciate it. So all that to say, just as Coach Hicks is about to leave the parking lot, he notices some activity in the back of his truck, and he gonna have to park that. Now let me tell you, meanwhile, as he's gone and he's noticing some rustling in the back of this truck, and I think you can figure out where this is going. Possum Gland is back, getting warmed up and starting to play at the Valentine's Friend Fest. And they played well. JT's girlfriend, Whitney, she brought an air horn, like to scare the mess out of half the nursing home. The other half, they're bad of hearing and they didn't know what happened anyways, but they would have been scared too if they could have heard it. It was loud. Whitney got like an addiction to air horns. I mean, I think she needed intervention, truth be told. She bring it to everywhere. She like attention. Bottom line, that's Cody Mantell's cousin. Anyhow, Cricket, she ended up taking that air horn away from Whitney. Wasn't the first time she done that, and she told her she could collect it as she left the building at the end of the Friends Fest. But back to that parking lot, Coach Hicks felt like something was up, and he was right. He parked his truck, and he paces around to the bed of the truck. You know the bed of the truck. There, under a tarp, is Dewey Morton wearing a construction hat, and he looks at Coach Hicks. Coach Hicks looks back at him like, bank, bank. And the next thing you know, Dewey is snickering because he thinks this is so funny. Boy, he really thinks he's something else, doesn't he? Come on, Dewey. It ain't funny. Some folks dance. Dewey is closely supervised the rest of the Friends Fest. He got back in the thing. Coach Hicks, kind of escorted him back in. And then he's off to the next thing. Coach Hicks is, and then Dewey's just kindly dancing and being part of the thing. There's plenty of food. That'll keep somebody close to. Plenty of fun. Cricket ain't working the whole event. After all, she helped plan it, so she didn't have to be there all night. And so her and I head back to Chancellor Park for the romantic event of taking down a swing set so that I could take it to Coach Hicks' boxing gym, Thunder Punch. I'm mildly capable with disassembling a swing set, and Cricket, she just got away with projects. She ain't afraid to work, and before I knew it, that swing set was down and loaded into the back of my 93 Ford Ranger. And I don't know about you, but I don't really like to waste time either. I'm taking a page out of Coach Hicks' book, and like getting on to the next thing. I ain't here to dilly-dally, y'all. So let's drop this thing at Coach Hicks. And then he told me if he wants it put together, he'll do it himself. So he didn't even want it. He just said, just drop all the parts right there. He don't care. Maybe he just needs a bar or two, I don't know. What I do know is that there's no swing set now behind Meemaw's trailer. There is a washing machine still. She got it under there last week to keep the neighborhood kids from swinging on the swing set. Now there's a washing machine. I figure she could figure out how to move it back. She's the one who moved it there. I told Meemaw she could actually drape them wet clothes over that washing machine. She got herself a clothesline like that-a-way. I don't know. I'm just trying to workshop it here. I'll be honest, trying to make my job a little bit easier. But you can probably figure this, but Meemaw didn't want to hear any of that, so she wants it the way she wants it, and I'm still back to the drawing board. I did make a deal with Coach Hicks. He told me since I was giving him that swing set that he'd help me put up a clothesline for Meemaw. Bingo! You kidding me, Coach? I mean, now it ain't lost on me that my Meemaw has a crush on Coach Hicks, and that's gross, but I also really need a clothesline for her, and he offered to do this. Truth be told, she might be happier with me that Coach Hicks is going to do this for her instead of me. Maybe I'm back on Meemaw's good side now that I think about it out loud. As I'm saying it out loud to y'all guys, I'm thinking, hey, I may be turning the corner here in 2025. Just shy of mid-February, and things are looking up in a real big way. in a real big way. At least I'm heading in the right direction. That's what it feels like. Things are looking up. About that baby doll display case, though, that's the other resolution Meemaw's got me on is put together that baby doll display case because I got a baby doll convention to go to in April in Branson, Missouri. And, about that, she didn't bring it up this week, so neither did I. Some days you just got bigger fish to fry, y'all guys. Or if you at the Valentine's Friend Fest, bigger fish to eat. Hush puppies, too. That's good. Well, that's how it went, y'all guys, and thank y'all for joining me today on the Tab and Dillard podcast. I sure appreciate it. Please leave me a comment and a rating this week, would you? That would be great. I'm creeping up on 1,000 ratings on Apple Podcasts. That'd be a big milestone. I think we over 100 away or so, but we getting close. If you could give it a rating on there, if that's where you listen, that helps, other folks. It helps me, it helps other folks know that y'all like listening and they should think about giving it a listen too. So I appreciate the comments on the platforms that you listen on and also the ratings. And thanks for subscribing and sharing the podcast, y'all. I think that's about it for today. We got a big week ahead. It ain't the official Valentine's yet, but it's peekabooning around the corner. So again, just a reminder, if you need a personal video greeting from me, get at me at the link in my show notes today, and I'll get it turned around for you. Don't even worry about it. I hope y'all are having a good week, and I hope you have a great day. And hey, if you ain't been slow motion stormed by Elmore Fisdale while you teaching a light grappling class in the backyard of the nursing home at the Valentine's Friend Fest this week, you having a pretty good week. Me, I'm Tab and Dillard. This is a Tab and Dillard podcast. Till next time, y'all guys. We'll see you later.